Hey everybody, this is Chris Yarrington coming to you with another Mindful Monday. Super excited to be here today because today we're going to be talking about behavior change. And behavior change is something that a lot of people have on their mind because day in and day out, we're always making changes. We're always deciding whether or not a behavior is something that we want to continue to do or do differently. And there is actually a psychological process that you go through. And there are actually 5 stages of behavior change in the behavior change model that has been researched and developed that support all of the different stages that you go through when you're deciding that you're going to make a behavior change. So those stages are going to be pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. All right, that's pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. Now, with those 5 stages, we're going to talk about them each and kind of step you through the process so that you can understand and then identify where you are in the stages of change. The better that you understand where you are, the better you can start to move yourself from one to the next so that you can eventually get to your behavior change goal. So we're going to start with pre-contemplation. Pre-contemplation is like you don't even know it exists. It's not even on your radar. All right. Pre-contemplation is where you don't know that there's a problem. You don't know how to solve the problem because you don't even know the problem is there. And you're not even thinking about how you're going to solve that problem. All right. Next is going to be contemplation. Contemplation is where you are aware that there's a problem, but you're weighing the cost and benefit of making that behavior change. Let's use working out, for example. So imagine you want to start working out, and right now you don't work out at all. And when you're not working out, you're watching TV. And the contemplation comes in that you like watching TV, and so it's a cost for you not to be able to watch TV anymore. You're going to have to designate some of your TV time to working out. That's a cost to you. The benefit, though, is that you're going to live a healthier lifestyle, you'll have more energy, and you might even like working out. So you're in contemplation stage. You're weighing the cost and the benefit. You still haven't decided whether or not you're going to make the behavior change, but you know there's a problem that needs to be changed and addressed, and you want to make a behavior change. So you're in contemplation. The next one is preparation. Preparation is where you're looking for the opportunity to make the behavior change that you want. So let's use exercise once again as an example. So you've decided that you're not going to sit around and watch TV every single night, all night. You're going to work out 2 of those nights. To make it easier on you, you decide that you want to go ahead and participate in a class, a workout class. And that class happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it is at your local gym, which you're already a member of. And so you're looking at those and you're looking at the options, but you haven't actually done anything about it. All right. You're preparing to make it happen. Maybe you're buying clothes. You're buying the right clothes that you need for working out, but you haven't actually taken the step to start working out. So you are starting to get ready for the action. You're starting to get ready for the behavior change that you want to implement, but you haven't actually taken a step yet. All right. So you're doing all the research and you're laying the groundwork. You're setting things up so that you can pull the trigger, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet. The next step is going to be action. Action is where you're actually working out. So you actually go and you show up to that class and you start working out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay? Action is where you're taking action in that behavior goal. Now, that behavior change is going to be pretty brittle at that time. It's going to be very unstable. It's going to be something that you're going to have to consciously continue to work at to make sure that you're showing up and you're taking action. So it is still taking you the energy and effort to make sure that you're going and you're doing that workout class. It's not yet habitual. It's not yet part of your lifestyle. It is going to be something that you're working on continuously doing. Okay? And it's very fragile in that state, and it's very susceptible to people either making fun of you or telling you that you shouldn't be doing it or things like that, and you getting dragged back into your old ways. So at that point, you have to be very protective of, one, who you surround yourself with, and two, that you are tracking and rewarding yourself for the success that you're seeing in your behavior change. Because if you don't champion yourself in the decisions that you're making, and I'm not saying going all out and being like, I'm going to buy myself an ice cream every single time I work out, because then that's counterproductive. But maybe it's a recognition of, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. I'm going to buy myself that, that watch that I was looking at. I'm going to, put my feet up, and I'm going to take a break and not do any extra work here for the rest of the day. I'm going to take the afternoon off, whatever it is. But you've got to make sure that you're rewarding yourself with something, some way, even if it's just a recognition and a, hey, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back, and I'm going to make myself a nice dinner tonight. Cool. That's fine. But some way that you can recognize that you've made a change. Okay? Now, the last stage is going to be maintenance. Maintenance is where you are continuously doing the action for a long time. All right? You've been doing it for months now. It's becoming a habit. It's becoming ingrained in your lifestyle, and you're just maintaining. All right? This is an important stage because it is still a little bit fragile. There are definitely going to be times where you regress and you kind of fall backwards, and you're like, man, what happened? I thought I was on the track. And those times when you fall backwards, it's important that we recognize that that is normal. That is okay. You're going to have times where you move forward. There are going to be times where you fall backwards, but consistently getting back on the horse, that is the key to maintenance. Making sure that you don't fall backwards and then fall off, that you fall backwards and then you catch back up. So the key, and I'm not talking like you miss one training session and then you're like, okay, next week I'm doing 7, so I'm doing every single day. Not like that, catch up, but okay, I missed one this week. I'm going to just make sure that I don't miss any more this week, and I'm not going to miss any next week, and I'm going to continue that trend. Because what ends up happening is people feel bad about the fact that they've fallen off of the habit that they're working on creating and they've been doing a good job creating, and then they start to self-sabotage. And that's what we want to try and stay away from. So once we get to maintenance, the key is being ready for setbacks and being able to overcome those setbacks and continue to push yourself forward, continue to maintain those good habits, and continue to make sure that you're staying on track. All right? Once you've gone through all of those, then, your maintenance is never really going to be over. I mean, yes, it can become a part of your lifestyle. That behavior change can become habitual and everything like that. But you will fall back into other phases of that behavior change. And the key is, like I said, in that maintenance phase, we've just got to realize that there are going to be setbacks. No one is perfect. And being able to interact with those and be okay with that and understand that that's going to happen and know how to work through it, that's the important part. Okay? So hopefully this helped and it gave you a little bit of a reference of where you are and how you can improve and how you can make sure that you're stepping forward towards your behavior change goals. And if you have any questions about it, please, I'm never too busy to answer any of your questions. I would love to have you reach out and ask me any questions that you have. And I hope that this was helpful. Hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you next week. All right? Bye.